Well, I think there are a couple of themes that will probably arise in our talk about a lot of your questions that kind of keep recurring through all these issues. And one of these has to do with a concept for which I don't know if there's a single word, but it has to do with adapting your strategy to your goals.
Right.
An easy way to put it is to say, it depends on what you're trying to do. Everything depends on what you're trying to do.
Right.
There's a composer I admire a lot named Morton Feldman, who was an American composer who passed away, about 10 years ago, I guess. And I remember in a lecture that he gave, he said that technique is worthless because all you need to know is what it is you want to accomplish. And I don't know if I would go that far, but I think his point is well taken. I think if you really know exactly what you want to do, how you need to get there becomes very, very clear. And so it's actually more of a challenge to have your goals well defined than to figure out your strategy. And you won't be able to figure out a strategy unless your goals are defined. Another concept that I think recurs throughout these kind of ideas is about balance. That it always seems to be a matter of trying to balance one thing against another. And so if a person wants to be very proficient at playing bass, if that's their goal, then their strategy is going to be built a certain way in order to achieve that goal. Whereas if someone's goal is to be famous, to be a rock star playing bass, then their strategy should be very different in order to accomplish that goal. If you want to be a rock star, playing bass very proficiently may or may not be that much of a help to you, may actually be a detriment to you. So you may need to spend your time on other things.
Right.
So they could be two different things. For me, the trick between playing, practicing, and performing is achieving the right balance, and that's always been the case. What seems to work best for me is to be able to perform and then kind of go back and practice and work with what I learned from performing and apply that again in a performance and come back to the practice room and rework it over and over. And there seems to be a good balance in there someplace between the two that seems to be the most productive for me.